Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're looking at 7 cruiser motorcycles that dealers just can't sell. Number 7. BMW R18. The BMW R18 had all the ingredients for success: classic cruiser styling, a massive 1800cc boxer engine, and German engineering. Yet, despite these strengths, it has been a sales disaster. In 2022, BMW managed to sell just over 1,100 units of the R18. By 2024, sales had plummeted even further, with dealers sitting on inventory for months, slashing prices by thousands just to move them. Some lucky buyers have even scored brand new R18s for as little as $12,000, a brutal drop from its original $17,000 to $24,000 price tag. So what went wrong? BMW targeted Harley-Davidson's market, but American riders weren't convinced. The 91 horsepower engine looks impressive on paper, but delivers a lot of vibration, not ideal for cruiser fans. At nearly 800 pounds, it's a heavy, cumbersome ride. The bike lacks the deep-rooted cruiser culture that Harley and Indian offer. High maintenance costs and BMW's weaker dealer network in the cruiser segment didn't help. Even aggressive financing deals haven't saved the R18. BMW gambled on the American cruiser market and lost. Today, dealerships are practically giving them away just to clear out inventory. Number 6. Suzuki Boulevard C50. The Suzuki Boulevard C50 was once a solid contender in the mid-size cruiser market, but now it's gathering dust in dealerships across the US. Back in the mid-2000s, Suzuki was selling tens of thousands of these annually. Now, barely 2,000 units a year. Here's why. Outdated design. The 805cc V-twin hasn't seen any major updates in years. Underwhelming power. Just 53 horsepower for a bike costing around $9,000 isn't cutting it. Lack of modern features. No ride modes, traction control, or a fancy dash, just an old-school speedometer. Heavy and impractical. 611 pounds with a 5-speed transmission makes highway cruising a chore. Terrible resale value. Buy one for $9,000, and a year later, you'd be lucky to get $5,000 on trade-in. With buyers preferring more modern, tech-loaded options, the C50 has become the motorcycle that nobody wants. Number 5. Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. The Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 entered the US market with a lot of hype, but now dealers are struggling to find buyers. In 2023, excitement was high for the 650cc parallel twin cruiser. Fast forward to 2025, and sales have dropped by over 50%. Some dealerships report selling only single-digit units per month, if any at all. So, what went wrong? Awkward pricing. At $7,500, it's more expensive than Royal Enfield's other 650s, but less refined than similarly priced alternatives from Honda, Kawasaki, or Harley. Weak performance. Just 46 horsepower and a 531-pound frame make it sluggish for its class. Uncomfortable riding position. The low seat and forward-set foot pegs feel awkward, especially for taller riders. Limited customization. Cruiser fans love personalization, but the Super Meteor lacks aftermarket support. Dealers have been slashing prices by $1,000 or more, but even deep discounts aren't moving these bikes fast enough. Number 4. Harley-Davidson Nightster. The Harley-Davidson Nightster was supposed to be the modern reinvention of the Sportster. Instead, it's gathering dust on showroom floors. In 2022, Harley sold about 3,500 Nightsters in the US. By 2023, that number dropped below 2,500, and 2024's numbers are even worse. Here's why. High price. At $13,000, it's targeting younger riders, but why buy new when used Sportsters are half the price? Lackluster performance. The 90 horsepower Revolution Max engine is decent, but underwhelming compared to cheaper, more powerful alternatives. Doesn't feel like a Harley. No signature Harley rumble, a tiny fuel tank, and styling that doesn't excite new or old-school fans. Harley tried to modernize the Sportster name, but instead, they created a bike no one really asked for. Now dealerships are desperate to move them. Number 3. Honda Shadow Phantom. The Honda Shadow Phantom was once a strong middleweight cruiser, but today it's struggling to sell. Back in the 2010s, Honda sold 7,000 to 10,000 units annually. Now, barely 2,000 a year. Why? Overpriced for what it offers. At $8,000, it's too expensive for an old-school 745cc V-twin with no modern features. The competition has evolved. The Rebel 1100 costs just $1,600 more, has double the power, and comes with advanced tech. The cruiser market is shrinking. Riders now prefer big V-twins or modern retro designs, leaving the Shadow Phantom stuck in limbo. Even with deep discounts, it's not moving. Honda needs to modernize or slash prices to save it. Number 2, Kawasaki Eliminator. The Kawasaki Eliminator had potential, but buyers aren't biting. Sales have been dismal, and some dealers are slashing prices below $6,000 just to clear stock. What went wrong? Weak positioning. It's not powerful enough for experienced riders, but too pricey for true beginners. Tough competition. The Honda Rebel 500 outsells it easily due to better brand recognition and a loyal fan base. Inflation and economy. Buyers are hesitant to spend $7,000 on a non-essential luxury item. Despite rebates, 0% financing, and free gear deals, the Eliminator remains unsold in dealerships. Number 1, Indian Chief. The Indian Chief was once a strong competitor to Harley-Davidson. Now, it's collecting dust. Expensive. The base Chief starts at $15,500, but fully equipped models push $20,000. Harley's brand loyalty. Most buyers in this price range prefer Harley's heritage and resale value. Market shift. Younger riders prefer adventure bikes or street fighters, and older riders aren't buying as often. Indian misjudged the balance between modern tech and classic cruiser appeal. Dealers are now offering discounts just to move stock. And that wraps up our list. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more motorcycle content. See you in the next one. This version improves clarity, flow, and engagement while keeping your original message intact. Let me know if you want any tweaks.